Right, I'm live now. Okay. Okay. But right, okay. Let's go. Oh, I'm going to share the link in the group chat. It's the last thing I'm going to do before we get started. Okay. Right, get started then. Firstly, I'll answer the creative property question. So, because I often forget to do this. So I asked, what is a reason that somebody would go for an assisted sale? Like from the vendor's perspective, why would they even do this? And the options were if they want to continue renting the property, do they have issues legally with selling the property, or is it when I can't remember what the last option was now. Anyway, the correct answer was D. Then they would like to refurbish the property before selling it. There are other reasons as well. They might not even realise that they want to refurbish the property, but when they see how much more they can get for their property when someone comes in to help them, that also is a reason why. Cool. Main thing, to be honest, main thing is this vendor wants price over speed. There you go. That's what we're going to look for today. Also, potential lease option deals. Right, so recap of the week. Had a bit of a slow week in terms of the estate agent calls. My bad. It's one of them. It was full of my week was full of lots of other shit. Really, um, some good. On Wednesday I spent a day at a sales training. The Elite Closing Academy by Matt Alwell. Um, his full program sounds amazing. I didn't sign up for it just yet. I'm not quite there on having a system, having a process, and then I'm ready to go for ham on the sales. When I am, I'm just focusing on developing a system. You can see all the way I do things every Sunday where I want to develop a system and process that makes money. When I have a system and process that makes money, then I need some sales training, how to promote it, and I think I'll go with him. He's fantastic, really, really insightful. Anyway, shouldn't be really using it as an excuse to. Essentially, last week I did 23 calls. This week I did 14, and many of them didn't pick up. And yeah, not good enough. Simple as that. Simple as that. Not good enough. Um, it's just one of those weeks where last week bit more motivation. This week bit less. For whatever reason, need to do better. But that's the thing. Why, if you rely on motivation, you're not going to succeed. I rely on consistency. So still got the 14 done, and I'm still here doing the stream to go again. Even though next week I'm on holiday, so these are ones that I'm gonna build up for when I come back in another week's time. Will the live stream go ahead next Sunday? Well, we'll have just got off the plane earlier in the day. Will I do a live stream in the evening? Perhaps. Or I'll wait until the next Tuesday if we'll be yeah, we'll be travelling and then coming back, and Might need to give it a rest on that next Sunday. I'll obviously let you know. Let's go on with this week's then, which is going to be going through estate agent emails. And what I've previously done is had them all fly into my inbox, and it's like going through all the no. I want to try and find some sort of AI automation. I did mention this last week. Well, all I've got for now is just all the main estate agents that send me deals. They're all going to go into this subfolder, estate agent emails. Really, I want like a AI sorting hat to like sort of flag which ones it thinks, it could be a sort of percentage chance that these would be a good deal for me, and then I'll go from top to bottom, based on things like, when a estate agent sends me a deal, it's a 3-bedroom flat, right? Well, I'd like to train an AI agent in this, but I know that I'm not really looking for flats, really. And that a 3-bedroom flat at 500k is probably going to be fairly well refurbished, and it's probably not quite the right thing I'm looking for. Main thing, the sort of highest strength would be the 70-80% chance would be a 3-bedroom semi at that price. To be honest, would be something that I would want to have float to the top of the inbox, or have like a green light on. And yeah, I'd love this to be a bit less manual, a bit more automated. Anyway, we'll go from literally the bottom. Why not? Because I've now made this rule where they've all filtered into the inbox. Sharing your plans for reports. What's he looking to sell? Okay, I think this Foxton's guy's got the wrong end of the stick. Yeah, that's back in September 25. Unlikely to be anything. Alright, December. No, here's the thing. I'm not going to rule it. So December. Well, I've missed a few properties here. Well, yeah, they're probably gone off the market, but who knows? December to April, properties are staying on the market like that. Oh, I've seen this one before as well. 585 now, and when they sent the email it was 625. I'm going to set a timer, by the way, so don't run over today. Do 45 minutes, because at the 45 minutes, because we're packing to go away and we need to prioritise that. So I'm going to set a 45 minutes timer for today's stream. Can't do too much, just topping it up, just keeping consistent. Alright, so it's gone from 625 to 585 in that time, and it's still on the market. 3-bed semi, 585 is still a bit much, really. But look, okay, that's nice. That's nice. You wouldn't want to change much of that. But the kitchen you change. So in an assisted sale, just come in, do the kitchen. Let's see, would you want to do the bathroom? Yes. Yeah, you'd want to do the bathroom. Maybe a little bit of new flooring, paint job. So I can see why it's not selling. A little bit cluttered and a dated kitchen and bathroom. It's interesting, right? It's the bits of the house that are the nicest are just the general rooms, floors, whatever. The bits that don't really sell a property, and the bits that are the oldest, the bits that do sell a property, because yeah, they've got all the spotlights and that's great. But the bits that do sell a property, like the kitchen and bathroom, they are dated. That's what this property doesn't have. So there is potential as an assisted sale. Wow, I've been on the market since December. Okay, cool. So let's move into property. And no, first of all, we need to find out where Brancaster Drive is in terms of its postcode. Okay, it's wow, 22. It's given me the exact place. That's NW7 to SJ, Social Justice Warrior. What? No prices with interested label. Fine, take that off. There it is. Can reduce 6.4%. added on at the end of October. Yeah, they're really struggling with this one. But okay, so it's got some ingredients of an assisted sale, but we need to see if, you know, a nice one would sell for more. 77 square meters, that's not big. So, and we come in and do a cosmetic refurb, so I'm not looking at these 100 square meter properties. I'm looking at more like this, which is okay. I'm not too worried. Like it's not modernised either, so there. But what we want is what we're not getting. We want a 70 to 80 square meter property that's fully cosmetically refurbed. Probably going for 650. Yeah, perhaps that's unlikely. Let's have a little look. About 2 years, see what's going on. 28 square meters. What are you talking about? Okay, here we go. Perhaps it's 128. 93. Is that too big? Kind of is, isn't it? 83. That's not too big, but 500k. Yeah, no, there's no comparables for the property. So, yeah, because I think I've seen this one before, but yeah, no, it's not really an investment opportunity. But yeah, I mean, you can see how you can make the house better, but you've got to. Starting to learn. Don't invest with your eyes, because I can see how I can make that better. The numbers have got to stack. So, bye bye to that one. Dean Slay, you know what? Dean Slay. This one rings a bell. Ooh, it's a nice property. So why is that not selling? Since December. Why is that not selling? Yeah, I don't understand. What? By the way, side note, but what are those things? You would see them in posh bathrooms. It's lovely. It's lovely, isn't it? So why is that not selling? Ah, that maybe gives some idea. If there's construction work going on next door, maybe people are waiting until it's done to buy this one. Construction work next door, that's not ideal when you're moving into a property. Might put some people off. Yeah, I can't see. Do we spend time looking at this on Property Engine? No, I think the value's maximised and it's probably just that construction work's putting people off. There's not a lot we can do about that. Wow, 900 grand for a 4-bed house. Oh wow, this one's now 800 grand. Bloody hell. Yeah, no, I've seen this. I have noticed this one before. Morley Crescent. Yeah, they can't sell it. They can't sell it. It's that kitchen, really. That kitchen's not great. That can improve. And here, that floor. So that needs to be done again. Could we level that out instead of having a step? The wood flooring is gone. Which is an expensive one to replace. Other than that, what needs to be done? Does the bathroom need to be done? You could take it or leave it, couldn't you? So it doesn't need to be done. No. Would there be more value in doing a new one? Yeah. Would there be 10,000, 15,000 more value? I don't think so. Yeah. Okay, so it's been reduced to 100 grand now. Let's have a little look at it then. Morley Crescent. Let's get the postcode. Yeah, I spelled that wrong. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Hmm? Where is it? Hello? Right, what? Right, the bus stop. Well, I'll take it off the bus stop, I guess. What is going on? That one just wouldn't work. Right, okay, here we go. Da, 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 da. Nothing. Let's go with the estate agent, which is Joseph Scott. There it is. Oh, it's in my interested column anyway. Didn't notice that. So yeah, couple last week or even this 2 weeks ago, it's been reduced. Well, 10 days ago, it's been reduced from 875 to 800. I would imagine they've got more interest in it since then. This is 2011. It's interesting when they refurbed it, they kept the tiles. Who's that? Oh, the cat. That's what it did look like. So it's had a refurb. Oh, it did have the. Yeah, so it's kind of had a sort of post 2011 refurb job. They kept the tiles though. Thing is, the risk is quite high, you know. So you agree at 800, you do the kitchen, a few other bits and bobs, you cost a 50k, and you're hoping to sell it for 900. But that's what they just tried to do. They tried to sell it for 900, and they couldn't. And yes, although we could put a new kitchen in, it's still the same property. So I think that carries a bit of risk. I'll have a look at some comparables to finalise my position on this one, but I just think it carries a bit too much risk. Maybe it's a lease option, but all of them. That's what it takes for 950. Well, that's the other side of the train track now, let's not bother with that. Yeah, I don't think there's any comparables. I think at 750 we're good. Let's see if there's any others that I'm just in December. Boy, there are. That's why it's good. We've got this process of going through them. I wonder if I reply to them from now. Could stand me out though in terms of the people they have on their books. Elliot Sykes replies to an email from December. Well, he's alright. Yeah. See, if this could be automated, it'd save me some time. Bless you. And again. Third time lucky. Bless you. Hey, Lane. Oh, gone through that one a couple of months ago. The vendors were interested in a lease option, but they wanted 500 grand on exchange. That's not really a lease option, is it? Yeah, don't know how. Don't know. Maybe there was a way of rescuing that deal. They were like, yeah, lease option, cool. We can do that. You can pay off the rest later, but they needed 500,000 pound cash. I mean, did they really? Did they really need that? Did they really need that much? Yeah. No, Ves's going to pay 500 grand cash. Bro, this property needs some help, doesn't it? So we could definitely see how we could refurbish this one. But at 925 seems rather punchy. Let's have a look. Heartland Drive. Heartland Drive. Maps. Heartland Drive. Edgeware. Alright, HA88RH. That's hard to say. HA88RH. 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 There it is. Offers in the region of 925. Been on the market since December. Previously listed for sale in 2024 and 2025. My God, it's had a lot of listings. 1,195,000. There's no way. They had it furnished. That's a bit mental, isn't it? So now we're down to 925. They've cleared it all out. They've taken the photos. Gosh, this could be an interesting situation. So, so it looks like they don't live there anymore. Tenants. So is this someone who was having to? Yeah, leave a lease option. Do they have to pay 2 mortgages? And well, there's a refurb element to this as well. So it can definitely be refurbished. Issue's going to be comparables. This type of property is not going to come on the market often. When it does, it sells for 995. It's an old one though as well, isn't it? So are there any modernised of these type of properties? Let's have a look. This one, Harrow's Mead. Let's have a look at the Harrow's Mead. Oh, blimey. That's a lot of space. There'll be bloody echoes in that property. It's a bit cold, for my personal taste. Well, that's what you call open frickin' plan. Jesus Christ. Could have a tennis match in there, or well, a paddle match that's indoor. Bloody hell. Yeah, it's not refurbished to my liking, but that doesn't fucking matter. It's sold for 1.45. That's a bit low, actually, considering the amount of work that's gone into that. That's a bit low. I'm going to say it is a comparable. Obviously, it's also had an extension, let's factor that in. So, okay, why is it a bit low? It's been sold by XP UK. That sounds like a shit station. So that's also a factor. Let's look for 4 beds. Wall. See what we can ascertain from that. Because we're actually meant to be looking at more 1.175 square metres, so this type of thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it could be better. It could be better modernised. It's kind of modernised, but then with old-fashioned clutter chucked in there. But anyway, it's gone for 1065. Yeah, that's not much considering we're battling against the 925s. But also it's not too low, and that is very much a comparable, almost perfectly so. So it's this. Oh god, there's just so much grey. I don't think that's modern enough. Oh, that's an issue. Oh dear. Because that certainly is modern enough. And I mean, again, they could have been more motivated, but they've taken a mill for that, which is as nice as we'd make. It's got a full extension. I think it's small. Without the extension, it's smaller. Yeah, and it's full. Okay, but they've done that. Those type of extensions. That's 100 grand easily. Those are Paisley lemon squeezy. That's 100 grand. So is that fully artificial turf? It looks that way because it just looks too perfect. I kind of hate that idea, but anyway. That's a nice sort of property next door. It's a nice area. Anyway, invest in mind, your eyes. This one. Okay, so it's not going to go that low. But that is a worrying comparable, I can't lie. To think that it could only go for $1 million. We've got to have that as our sort of benchmark. So if the comparables, I mean, I'll say $1,050,000. One. $1.05 mil. So it's like, if it's that, then I mean, how much work is going to be needing in this? Is kind of the whole property needs a cosmetic refurb. This may be 100 to 150,000 pounds. And in that case, this is not good enough. That needs 850 maximum. I would say reduction to 875. Start talks. I think it's just like that refurb. It's probably 70k in a smaller property, but this is quite a big property, like 3 bathrooms. It could be like 120, 130 spending on it just because of the size. It's not like you don't have to dig anything out, and it's not major issues. The outside's fine, just jet wash it. It's obviously fine, but like. And there's just a lot, it's just a big house. Refurb the whole thing, costs just going to add up, so that needs a bit of adjustment there. That, considering a fully modernised one has gone like 1 mil, 1.05. Yeah. Not quite, but probably the closest one we've had today. Shall I put it in interested? I will, go on then. Agent referral. We're interested if it moves around a little bit. They tried to sell it for 1.195 or something in 2024. Absolute dreamland. Must have been an absolute dreamland. Okay, Stony Fields Gardens in Edgware. Wow, okay, this looks like a promising one. Yes. Needs to have the gardener, it's a bit orcs. And see the type of and nature of the property it is, those kind of 1960s builds, less attractive. So there is a ceiling value factor here. Yeah, okay, but interesting. So it's the right type of thing. Stony Fields Gardens. How are we doing? 20 minutes left. All right, let's keep going. We're only in December. What's going on in December? Ah, come on. We got Stony Fields Gardens. So, just the nature of it, like these, because I have to do this. Estate agents' emails do take longer to get through, but I'm going into a little like holiday period next week, so that's when it's time to sort of, you've got time to take a little bit longer a few things. H89SP. Yeah. Do the longer things this time. Okay, so it's already been reduced a little bit. Been on the market since September 2025. Reduced into... okay, there's a sale that's fallen through. So this vendor is motivated. So I'm thinking we could agree at 600-ish. Yeah, they'd take that. Just get it. That's fine. Right, so bear that in mind. Listed with another agent. Again, another sort of motivational thing. But it's going to need 100 grand spent on it. Again, we're not going to fully deck out with it the complete crazy mod things. Why is that one detached, semi-detached terrace? It's a semi, isn't it? Right. This ain't looking good. I mean, is this in a particularly lovely area? Because I'm trying to figure out sort of. Oh, not. I don't want to zoom in on this one. I'm trying to figure out why this is so expensive compared to, for example, this one, Ellesmere Avenue. Okay, that's on the other side of the station. The tracks, maybe that's why. This one, 3x720, but that is a lot bigger. So again, I'm struggling on the valuation of this one. Struggling here. I was thinking this looks good, but this is why it's important to look at the comparables. Reduced, but if it's reduced from Crazy Town valuation, then it's still not a good deal. This one, okay, that's quite far away, but we've got 3 beds, same size, and it's fairly modern-ish, going for less. And this one is currently on 4. I'm struggling with this one a little bit. Can't. Yeah, there's just nothing to support this. Its size, it's. Right. I need to. Right. Why are you not zooming in? I'm gonna reload it because I need to zoom in and have a look at the neighbouring properties. That's what I need to see now. Because if, if the neighbours are being refurbished and sold well, then we can consider it. Alright, this one's on the market for $895 for 74 days. Not particularly modern inside. It's a bungalow transformed is what it is. Ah. Okay. Interesting. 760k in 2023. But that looks like a really different type of thing. Yeah. That's a different type of thing. It looks like quite a varied little development. There's many bungalows. This one's on the bungalow. Am I going to find something similar even around the neighbouring properties? This is a bungalow again. It's very different to what I'm looking at here. So ascertaining the M value of this thing. Gonna be tricky. Gonna be tricky. It is tricky. It's proving tricky now. I mean, initially you think, oh right, the next door's on the market at 895k, cool, but that's a very different type of thing. Quite seeing what I'm looking for. This is on the market. Similar size. 605. It's another Joseph Scott one. They probably sent me somewhere at the email list. When you're doing this, there is some point that you need to question, am I just like I don't know if gold digging is the right word. Am I just searching for what I want to see, not objectively looking at what's there? I want to, I want to see a similar property that's sold for 800k, and then this is a banging deal. But it's not there. It's not there. I mean, it's kind of there, but this one is bigger. Yeah, what colour is a face in the? Loads of faith in the area. Like, things can sell for 900k, right? We can see that. But what about the ones that look shitty? Like, ours externally doesn't look this nice, and I think we struggle to get 700k. That's my thoughts. Be 700k. And in that case, I'm gonna check again, but this is not a great way to invest in it, but that's my summation of it, of the situation. I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna enable alerts for this property, because if it goes reduced again, I think let's go in. Let's go in for it. Yeah. Go in for the kill. Because you can see how you can refurbish it, but the numbers have just got to work. Got another one here, Fairfield Crescent. So yeah, obviously dated. So I'll listen to me there. We've got 10 minutes left now. What are you doing at today? That's the point. I've not been keeping my eye on the YouTube chat, see if anyone's here today. Is anyone here? Whoop. I don't think there is anyone here. But I'll say hi if there is. Chris like, but it's Saturday, I got joy. What? That's funny. That's funny. Right. Oh, this could be a little bit blurry. Don't know if that's better or worse. Right, anyway, so this one, yeah, obviously dated. That's the right type of thing. Very dated, but that's fine. As long as there's nothing majorly structural. Probably sort of that porch. Wow. What a stunning golf. Okay, cool. I was currently under offer. Wow. That doesn't put me off. It's just something to be aware of. Fairfield Crescent. HA8 9AF. They're all HA8 with Joseph Scott. HA89AF. Now, don't do this to me. We've got England. Oh, okay. Where is it? Got to be somewhere in it. Maybe they've like taken it off the open market. Oh no, it's this one, isn't it? It's this one. Here we go. Sales of a contract. When was that? A couple of weeks ago. Okay. Alright. But things happen. So, let's have a look at the comparables. And if we like the look of it, then we'll keep an eye on this. As soon as it falls through, we'll get in there. Okay, so immediately on sort of the same place, another old one, sold 560. Cool, makes sense. Right, how about the new ones? What are they selling for? This is a new one. Yeah. It's a buy-to-let finish, isn't it? That's, yeah, not your quality refurb. So this is sort of the worst we could expect. Here's 650. Okay. That's good. It's a good sign. If you know, if that's sort of the worst we could expect. It's sort of the other side of the edge where train track. What the? I hate it when they don't only put one property up. It's like, what are you doing? Where's the Edgware? Oh yeah, the Edgware station is like, that's the last one. Doesn't go any further. Not been up there. Oh, okay. This one's interesting. Oh, it's not showing me where it is. Have you freaking frozen, you little bastard? Alright, fine. But this is 1.47. It's quite far away. Yeah, it's a shame. But that is saying the sort of maximised value in this area. Yeah, a little bit further away, but in this area of 732. Gosh, been negotiated down quite a bit. Yeah, okay, so not bad. We wouldn't be doing anything like this, so the skylight and everything. So we couldn't achieve this high. Probably 700 would be our limit without this kind of exceptional finish. And that's sort of it. Yeah, that's not modern. Right, we'll just have a little look at, let's say, at 4 beds, because 106, that could be a 4 bed. Talking about square meters there. And there we go, here's one. Speak of the devil. Yeah, it's not exactly modern, is it? Again, a buy-to-let refurb, I would call that. Yeah, that's not a new bath. I won't compare that because it's just not. I'm going to turn the light on. It's a little dark. Coming into the evening now. No way, that's only 78 square meters. Yeah, I've seen this property before. It's got to be a mistake. I saw this last week. Got to be a mistake. Okay, it's weird. Like the property we saw last week, that was our favourite, and this was one of the comparables. The estate agent replied to my email, being like, "No, mate, I've got a better deal for you." It wasn't. So I was still interested in the first one. The agent was like, "No, this isn't the right one for you." I'm like, "I'm the client." But no, he's trying to be helpful. It's just, it's not what's been achieved. Let's say that. Right, wow. Last 2 years we've, yeah. We've got loads to have a goosey gander at. This one, 100 square meters, and oh, ay. No. That's just totally different, isn't it? It's a totally different type of thing. A new build in a block. We can't compare. But this one, that's nice. This one, not nice. It's not really. Should I compare it? I see. I feel like that's the type of and value we achieve, like a high 60s. Is my like 700 max. What I'm feeling on this one. I shouldn't be feeling. Yeah, so like 155. It's not going to get 780. It's not going to get close to 800. Yeah, it's not. It's not happening. So it's a new build. So yeah, not most new builds. Okay, fine. Look at this one, well presented. Smaller, but great internal refurb. And it's high 60s. Yeah, so high 60s, 700. I think that's where we'd end up. But another bugger's gone and bought it, haven't they, if you remember? So we need to wait for a fall through. But I think if a fall through happens, I think this is an interesting one. I think this is a good one. This, yeah, again, not perfect, but you know, market of 700 falls just under. I think if ours was made better, we'd maybe market at 75. Falls under. This one's the same size, isn't it? This has gone into the high 7s. But it's a nice finish, that sort of laminate stuff. That's a much nicer finish. Hey, maybe we could achieve. Oh no, I was slagging off this agent earlier. Property sells itself at the end of the day, doesn't it? It's a nice one. I take it all back about that agent. But also, this is quite a far away one from where we're looking at. So, and this map isn't telling me exactly. That's bloody bugging. Oh, that's the end, right? This seems to be our last deal. I think this might be one of the best we've looked at today. Just looking through the last couple of years. All the comparables. This one again, high 60s. How was it looking inside? Quite decent, yeah. Same again, looking at high 60s. For like a cheap refurb and for a good standard refurb, get into the 7s. Yeah. Okay, so got to bear in mind that I was looking at some 4 beds there, but no, that's a 3 bed. I've got 7. Have I saved any 4 beds? That's comparables. Miraculously not. So actually, I am being realistic there. All the comparables are 4 beds. I'm just going to add them up. So we have 680, 655. I think that's a very worst case scenario, but good to be conservative. 680, 732, 750. Again, I don't think it's going to get that high. 669. Like it could. If we do it really well. 785. Again, I don't think it's going to go do that high. This one's. Oh, again, it's not working. See, Hill Drive. Hill Drive. They're the ones over there. Right, and they're next to the allotments, and maybe they've got higher values. There are some others at Hill Drive, aren't there? So look. Alright, Rudyard Grove. There's 2 Hill Drive. Rudyard Grove. Well, that's the lower value one, so yeah. Well, maybe it's not the area. Well, it is a little bit though, that Hill Drive. So hang on, this Hill Drive, 785, this Hill Drive, 732. It's definitely not to do with the extension though, is it? Because this had an extension, which worried me. But actually, this one doesn't have an extension. Which is nice. Hang on, what am I talking about? Doesn't have an extension? No, it does have an extension. Right. Okay, both have an extension, should be big. I'll pop them in for now. Pop them in for now. But I think I'll do an add up without them as well. Because they've both so it's like to get into the sevens, gonna have to have an extension, which we probably won't do. I think high sixes would satisfy. Anyway, and then how many of those? 7 divided by 7, just doing an average. 698. Comparables 698k, but I want to then take out those extensions once because I want a kind of conservative comparable price that I'll probably use in the negotiation. Because is it right to have a comparable for extensions when we won't do an extension? Maybe not. So gives area context, but is it right to do that? Are we going overinflated? So let's see what we get if we take those two higher valued extended properties out. I mean, it's not like the extension was getting it to above our square footage, but it's just those extensions are nicer, aren't they? They do add a great deal of value. So without that, then divide by 5, 673. That's a conservative one. But I will say another caveat to that is that some of those properties I was saving, the kind of 650s, 660s, like, we'd redo a better refurb than that. So it's going to sit somewhere between those two figures, I think. Probably 690 we can get. Marketed 725, hope for 700. Yeah. So, yeah, I like this one. So, should write down postcode. So, of course, I wish every success to the person who is transacting on this property, personally, but from a business perspective, I hope this sale falls through. And we can get our hands on it, because when it does, I think offers over 550. I don't think we will offer 550. I think we can offer less because the sales has fallen through, and this will be a banger, to be honest. I think it'll be a banger. Let's say, right, 125 refurb to 150. Depends who we get to do it. Right. But looking at the comparables, they're not super high standard. So if we're just aiming for that 675 in value here, we go for a 125 refurb. We still do need a lower, don't we? We probably need a 100k refurb and a little bit of money off. Like, we probably need it to come down to like 525 or 500. 500 would be great. We do a little assisted sale on it. Look, I think if the sale falls through, pitching in at 500 is not a bad shout. Get it done. Get it done. Refurb your property, give you 500. Cool. I'm interested. It's an estate agent referral, and I'm interested. Right, great. So that's good. Good. And then there's another one we were looking at today, but I didn't write down the postcode. Right, here's what I'll do though. It's got Joseph Scott and that, and then I'm going to put interested and take this off. But interested, take that off. Which was the other one today that we were looking at? Was it this one, Heartland Drive? Was it this one? I want that one. I just want to write down the other one that we were looking at. I think it was this, wasn't it? Heartland Drive, was it? Yeah, it must have been this one, so I'll write down the postcode of that. As our other one from today. HA8, of course. These are the fucking bosses of Edgeware. These are the Edgeware guys. Right, good. Bosh, that's it. That's the stream. Right, so, off on holiday. Next stream, maybe next Sunday, maybe. Dunno. Depends how feeling after our holiday. Otherwise it'd be sort of Tuesday after. Yeah. Cool. Right, thank you very much. And goals for next week. Well, I'm on holiday, so we'll skip that section of the live stream. But yeah, check emails from time to time. Keep going. Also keep going through this list. So now we're on we're into the new year, and that's just a viewing. There's not really that many that I haven't checked through, to be honest, in January, February. Viewing request. Yeah, a couple in January. So yeah, it's more efficient to have these. The property. Oh, so that's the next one. Hang on, we saw that one today, didn't we? Farm Road. Oh, no, we didn't. Right, leave it at that. But yeah, clearing up here should be good. And then new emails will go into this one as well. So we've got 49 to go through. Sounds like a lot, but most of them are like, no, swipe. I don't know how Tinder works. You know what I'm saying. And then property engine. We're still getting these. Got 11. Still getting a few of these since 24th of March. Yeah. I'll try and get through those as much as I can. Yeah. Hopefully the process is a little bit more efficient now. I'd love it to be all automated through AI, but at least I'm getting it sorted automatically. There's a process. I'd love it to be less manual, but just making incremental improvements all the time. That's the goal. Right, and goodbye.